Could a drug cocktail reverse biological aging? Preliminary findings suggest that certain age-related changes to human DNA may be reversible. You can't do anything about your chronological age, but it might be possible to turn back the clock on biological age, a small new study suggests. The study found that a drug regimen appeared to reverse biological age, as measured by changes to DNA that accumulate as we get older. In the study, 9 healthy volunteers, all white men between 51 and 65 years old, took a cocktail of growth hormone, a diabetes medication, and a hormone supplement as part of a drug trial funded by the biomedical firm Intervene Immune in Los Angeles. Each volunteer self-administered the mixture a few times a week for a year, after which scientists took a look at their DNA. Distinctive marks adorning the DNA suggested that participants had shed 2.5 years off their biological ages, on average. In other words, if the researchers had frozen time to perform the study, the volunteers would have emerged 2.5 years younger than they entered. In reality, a full year had passed, so the men gained back about 1.5 years of their lives, so to speak. It has never been shown before that predicted biological age can be reversed over time in the same individuals, and especially so after an intervention of this kind. Sarah Hag, a molecular epidemiologist at the Karolinska Institutet in Solna, Sweden, told Live Science in an email. The study, published September 8 in the journal Aging Cell, predicted biological age using epigenetic clocks, which scan DNA for characteristic signs of aging. Our DNA picks up new chemical tags along with its helical structure throughout our lives. These tags include methyl groups, made up of carbon and hydrogen, that stick to the DNA and can alter how our cells read a particular segment of genetic information. The chemical modifications are known as epigenetic changes, meaning on top of genetics. The chemical tags arrange themselves in distinct patterns along a DNA strand, not unlike a barcode. These barcodes can be used to calculate a person's biological age within a range of 2 to 3 years, said Hag, who was not involved in the new study. The research suggests these changes could be reversible, but Hag emphasizes that the results are preliminary and cannot tell us what caused the reversal. For example, do the chemical tags themselves drive the change, or are epigenetic clocks merely a marker of the biological process in the body, which happened to be reversed by this mix of drugs, she asked. Originally, the drug trial wasn't aimed at turning back the biological clock, but rather at reversing a different sign of aging, shrinking of the so-called thymus gland. The function of the thymus gland begins to deteriorate after puberty and continues to dwindle as the gland loses tissue and accumulates fat, explained biogerontologist Gregory Fahy, chief scientific officer and co-founder of Intervene Immune and lead author of the study. But studies in animals and human HIV patients suggest that growth hormone can help promote recovery of the lost tissue. In the early 2000s, Fahy injected himself with growth hormone as part of his own solo study and did find evidence of thymic regrowth, but he wanted to replicate the finding in a larger, healthy cohort. In his 9 volunteers, Fahy found evidence that the compromised thymic tissue had begun to recover and was producing new populations of specialized immune cells. In addition, we saw some signs that we might be doing more than improving the immune system, Fahy said. Metabolites in the participants' blood suggested that the kidneys had begun filtering toxins from the blood more efficiently. The biggest concern about the study is its lack of a control group or a group of participants that did not receive the drug cocktail, Hag said. Also, it's not known whether or not study participants made other big changes to their lifestyles that could have affected the results, or whether some type of placebo effect could occur, Hag added. A placebo effect is one that results from people's belief that the treatment works, rather than any physiological effect of the treatment, regardless of what specifically wound back the epigenetic clock, she said. The idea that biological age can be reversed is a highly interesting observation.